This is an encore presentation. No calls. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back through the static. This is Steven the Medium. I'm a little punchy today, and I have my amazing co-host and husband. Where are you?
Coach Helix, I'm right here. I'm wondering if how many people just hung up. This is an encore presentation. So now that we have no audience,
I just snorted.
You feel punchy. That's a new one. He's punchy.
Punchy. I'm punchy, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The past couple of weeks, Mark, our producer, has just been a little bit under the weather, but he sounded amazing today on his show right before mine. So I'm so glad he's healthy. We're healthy and we're back. I've missed doing the show so badly. And I know that Elix's show on Fridays, Jim, the station manager, definitely has much more flexibility on Fridays. So he's been filling in for Mark, but Wednesdays are a pretty tough day for him. So
is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought he just really likes me and he just loves doing my show.
Mark, you can hear me. Can you, 86 Elix's microphone, please. So I've been more focused on making sure Mark's okay. So he's back. I'm back, and welcome back for this Wednesday afternoon through the static is back. So Elix, what's going on?
What's going on? Well, I'm super excited that we finally got my mom her COVID vaccination appointment for Friday, and after many tries and many attempts, I'm really excited about that.
Me too. And Friday will be her first. She's already set up for her second, so that's a great thing.
Yeah,
and
I'm excited that we didn't get much snow here. It's all rain.
Well,
you're not as excited because you just wanted.
Well, I love snow. I love snow. I love winter, but it's okay. It's really okay. But we just did a Facebook Live, which we haven't done before the show in a while. Maybe even before we started doing the show remotely. Just because it's a lot setting up the system and making sure we're good and checks and before the show starts. But we did do a Facebook Live, and it was so much fun. The people on Facebook Live were so great and so terrific. And, I shared with them my pen pal from when I was in grammar school, which was pretty funny. And Elix snickered at it. And my pictures of the TV of Charlie's Angels, I was showing people on Facebook Live that when Charlie's Angels were on, I didn't have a VCR because they were like $600. So I used to take my camera and take pictures of the TV, in which that alone is funny enough, right, Elix? But the fact that I still have the pictures, I think there lies the problem.
You have everything. I mean, you have the pictures, you have the letters, you have,
the books,
the books and the dolls and this and that. You have everything. And like I said on the Facebook Live, I mean, my goodness, at that age, you didn't know you were gay. I mean, like, what other possible sign do you need?
Well, am I gay?
I don't know, Mark, you see?
Well, listen, and the greatest thing about Facebook Live is that as soon as we started, you've got to see the orbs just flying through. People were commenting on them, and I saw the Elix and I both saw, I think, one or two that just flew by, and then we're just chatting and talking, and then all of a sudden I look and I see another orb just flying by. It's just crazy how, because I'm going to start doing shows, taking calls, and doing readings. It's just amazing how it's just really a sign that spirits around. I mean, it's not because I'm doing a show. Everybody that's either listening or not listening, you got your loved ones around all the time. And if you had a video recorder following you, or someone was recording you, you'd be able to see these orbs. So it's not just because I'm a medium, you all have it too, which that's like, when you think about it, that's the coolest thing, right?
That was amazing. I mean, that when you see that though, it's like really freaking amazing.
It is. And Elix, yesterday I did a reading for this woman. She looked like she was in her 20s, like adorable and just so sweet and so nice. And when I was doing the reading, where she was sitting behind her was this, I think she's a teacher, so I think she may have been in her classroom. There was this sort of board behind her, and there was like this yellow smiley face. So I'm doing the reading with her, and I said to her, where do the birds come in? Because somebody just changed that yellow smiley face to Tweety Bird. And so I asked her, and she said, "Oh my God, Mike! This was actually her great grandmother that she knew very well that just crossed recently." And she said, "Well, when I was younger, my great grandmother had a bird, a parrot, a parakeet, and because she had one, I wanted one." And I love, and I showed Elix the mini clip, and I love how nonchalant she was because she said, "Yeah, my great grandmother had a parrot named Tweety," and just went on. And the theatrics in the Zoom call are all on my face. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, did you just tell me that your great grandmother's bird's name was Tweety? As I just said, Tweety Bird was there. It was just Elix. Was that funny?
It was amazing. It was just amazing because it was like so. This is like those moments where you just really get that these validations are as real as it gets.
Well, and Elix, I love that you just said that because it ties into what I just said to everybody, that's listening or just out there, that your loved ones are there all the time. You don't need to see a medium to get signs. It's just you can just be observant. You can, and I always say, you believe and you're observant and you'll get signs. And the more you acknowledge when you get signs, and I tell people that's the key to get signs and to keep getting more signs, is that if you say walk out of your house and there's a robin or a cardinal or a blue jay that's like right at a branch just staring at you, and you knew like your mom or grandmother loved birds, and it's her, just acknowledge it. And I don't know how it works, why it works. I don't think I'll ever know. But by acknowledging it and say, Ma or Grandma, thank you. I know that was you. I know you did that. Thank you. It just opens the door a little further to be able to get the next sign more quickly and more signs. So remember that, because that's really key, right? I mean, Elix, you do that, right?
I do that all the time. And, I mean, I've learned because I, too, like many people who feel frustrated that they want more, but they can't have it. I was that also. But I've learned. I've learned to be open. I've learned to tune in, and I've learned to just really embrace all the signs that are there. We don't have to look that far.
No, which I love. And on a side note, I don't know if it's the microphone, but you sound like a 1-800 number. I do that. That's what you sound like, and it's just wonderful.
It's my sexy voice. What can I say?
So somebody brand new listening to this show has probably just hung up now, right? I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, if we got them back after you just told people that this was a recorded show, so.
And why? Because I'm punchy.
Yeah, you're punchy.
Exactly.
You're punchy and I'm sexy. What can I say? What a combo.
It is a beautiful combination, right?
Punchy and sexy.
It is.
Both at the same time.
It's a beautiful combination, but I hope everybody is doing well. Wherever you are here in Massachusetts, it's cold. Next week is supposed to be even colder, which is right up my alley because I love the cold and I love winter. But I said to Elix that I am really looking forward to the nice weather, seeing that this is going to be the first spring and summer that we're living down the Cape. So that's going to be amazing.
And I want to say also that at the Facebook Live, you actually had someone from South Africa. So we expand now. We have
that was amazing.
Audience.
That
audience.
When you said, she said it's midnight, and when you said where are you from, and she said South Africa, that was amazing. It was really amazing. So look, I'm going to take a break. So 508-222-1320 if you want to call for a reading, and why not? It's free. But when we come back from the break, I will start with the calls. So we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. You know, before I take the first caller, if you're listening and you don't get through and you say to yourself, oh my God, that call was for me. Every single thing that they said to that caller, Stephen said to that caller, connected to me. It's because it was for you. Spirit does this all the time and does triple, quadruple validations to make sure that they can access and get to as many people as they can. So with that said, let me go to my first caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hello there. This is Chris.
Is it Chris, you said?
Yes, Chris. Can you hear me okay?
I can't. Chris, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I love your name, Chris. I was just talking about Charlie's Angels, and that was one of the angels, Chris. So
I was definitely watching. I loved your Charlie Angel story.
I know.
Absolutely.
I need help. I need help, Chris. But listen, let me focus here, and I'm so excited. You're my first caller in a couple of weeks, so this is I'm just very, very elated I get to do this. Okay, so Chris, Chris, before I knew it was you, when I was just the theme was playing, I kept hearing somebody stepping forward, and before I even knew who it was, kept giving me the Ann or Anthony or Angela, or who's the A connected to you?
Annie, my mom.
Oh my! Is she crossed or is she here?
She's crossed.
Wow! So Mama is here, and she's stepping forward to let you know that she's. Oh my God! She's got the personality, or I should say that backwards. You've got the personality of her. Like you just the energy and the sweetness. But Chris, where does the father figure come in? The father energy. Is your dad here or crossed?
My dad is crossed too.
Oh, so it's dad then. I got it. So both mom and dad are stepping forward, and well, this is interesting. I don't know if this is a double validation or not. Did somebody work in healthcare? And if they didn't work, not to interrupt, Chris, but if they didn't work in healthcare, I keep hearing Miriam or Marianne or Mary or Marie. And the reason why I said healthcare is here in Rhode Island, there's a Miriam hospital. So I wasn't sure if they were talking about the hospital or the name, but there's something connected to you. And either living or crossed, and it could be somebody who worked in a doctor's office, that are crossed now.
Right. Well, my brother was a dentist. He's crossed.
Oh my God! So that's the healthcare. Oh my God! So, and who's Bob or Bill? Who's the B? But when your brother just stepped,
my dad went by Bud.
He went by what?
Bud. B-U-D. Bud.
Bud. Oh my God! Wow. So this is truly, Chris, a family reunion coming through, and just letting you know. Okay? So your brother just said 2. So are there two left? Why is he saying it feels like siblings or kids? Or do you have 2?
Now he has 2 kids that he left, but I have 2 brothers that have crossed, and I have another brother that's here.
Oh my God, what so many validations. So So both brothers are letting you know that they're stepping forward. One of the brothers also just showed me. So there's something connected. And when they show me, it's either Stephen or Fred or Frank, or it's June or the 14th. One of those things has to connect. Maybe a birthday or anniversary. If there's no like Stephen or Stephanie, and there's no like, my middle name is Frederick, but I always say Frank with it because it's so close. And if those names don't tie in, your mother is just squeezing your face right now, Chris, by the way, just so excited that you're doing this, and and she just said that she made sure you were the first to get through. Or there's a birthday or an anniversary in June, or something on the 14th of a month. So make sure you keep that with you, because it's very clear to me when they point to me, so I know exactly what they're talking about. So, my
daughter was born in June, and I have 2 grandsons that were born in June.
Wow. So I'm sure it's just a great way that they're validating. Why does your mother talk about like dishes or pottery? She's showing me the movie Ghost when they make pottery, Did
Yeah.
someone?
When she retired, they retired out in New Mexico, and she worked for a pottery shop.
Oh my God!
Seriously, she made pottery. She made
Oh my
pottery. She
God!
had so much fun making pottery, and I still have a couple of her pieces that she made.
Chris, I love that. I mean, what better validation
Wow, really, really?
that she shows me the movie Ghost with I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but it's that pottery scene.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's iconic. Your mom just said to me that every it's sort of makes me feel like in the holiday season of just missing them so much. Your father also just said he's lucky he gets a word in between your brothers and your mother, and he wants to chat. But he just said that you think of them every day. Every single day, whether you're aware of this or not, you think
every
of
single day, for sure. Every single day.
your parents and your brothers, and both brothers just said to me that they could never have had a better sister. You know something too, Chris? Your mother just said to me that you have you're the foundation, like you're the rock of the family, and you may disagree, you may agree, it doesn't matter. It's just a great, beautiful compliment saying that you're the strong one. Like you're in your immediate family, in your larger family or extended family. It's just a really, really beautiful validation for you. So I'm going to leave you with that, Chris, and thank you so much for calling.
I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful time. Okay, I'll be listening.
Lots of love, Chris. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Annette.
Annette, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I'm good too. I'm good. I'm good. I can't speak, Annette. I'm glad that I'm speaking to you.
It's
so let me
funny.
just.
Every time you talk to me, you always get tongue tied.
Well, I don't know. It must be our connection, Annette. Either that, or you're so powerful, energy-wise, you just mess me up. I think what's weird. It's really cool that you just said that, because there's a father figure that just stepped forward, and I'm going to get to him in a second, if it's dad or whoever it is. But he just said it's because of my daughter's energy. You are very, very connected and have a lot of energy, and it's. I'm trying to think of like a really good analogy. It's almost like I don't know why I'm bringing this analogy up, Annette, but it's like if I was a fireman and I had a hose and I was like shooting water out to take out a fire, and somebody else came with another hose just as powerful and merged it with me. That's the energy that happens when I talk to you, is that you've got all this energy, and it's like it's just very powerful, and it's not a surprise that I'm speaking incorrectly or stuttering or whatever. So, but now I'm good. I'm all settled. I'm good. And there's got to be, Annette, a reason why I just used that analogy with fire or firemen or fire trucks, or there's something connected with you and family. So it could be, I don't know if you've got family like in the West Coast with fires, or you live near a fire station, or if there was no like fireman or something connected to fire with you?
Not that I can think of, the fire.
Annette, there was not, when you were young, there was not like a fire somewhere, and I don't mean like a fire that may burn down an entire house. You don't remember when you were a kid, something catching on fire that was not supposed to catch on fire? Like either a neighborhood house or a barn, or because when I went to move on with the fire, they brought me back to it. So make sure you just keep it with you.
Okay.
The dad, is your dad crossed or here?
Yes, my dad's crossed.
So it's just, it is, I knew it was a father generation, but it's just your dad letting you know. But where's the mother energy come in? Is mom, so mom just stepping forward. Your mom, yeah, it's you again. I almost said mama. Your mama just said there's a birthday or an anniversary really close.
Yeah. My mom's birthday just passed, and my son's birthday just passed too.
Wow. So a great validation that your mom's giving as of why does your mom though when you talked about your son, why does she say one?
Well, there's two actually,
You have two kids.
two passed.
Oh my God. Oh wow. And do you have any here?
I have three here.
Oh, okay. Usually I don't know why lately they've been when this someone who's crossed, they give me one. I don't know. I think it's just to start off who's stepping forward first, but it's just letting you know that your boys are both coming through and that they're here. But there's something with the one though. Was there? Wait a minute. Was the boy your? I can't. Annette, what is it with you? I can't speak. Was the birthday in January?
Yeah, my mother and my son are both birthdays in January.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
what it is.
That's
And it's
why.
just yeah, and it's just your son, that particular son, letting you know it's him. So but there's hands down no question that they're with you. And
Yeah.
I was just going to say, because if not, I think like a grandmother's going to come out and just like slap you in the back of your head, like to make sure you know that you connect with them and they're always with you, because your two boys, never mind everybody else that you're so, and remember, you are really connected, way more connected than you know. Who's the K name?
Katie.
Who's Katie?
Katie's she's just like my daughter. She's not
Wow.
my daughter, but she's just like my daughter.
I love how usually like I'll get the name, I'll say the name, or I'll get either K or C, but it's just your son just said K, just say the K letter. So it's just a really nice validation about your son. In addition to validating Katie, just validating who his mom is and how proud they are. Much like the first caller, Kate, they keep referencing Katie. Annette, your sons just keep saying to me that in the short period of time that they were here, they could not have had a better mom ever. And and always watching over the other siblings too. So which is really a great thing. And also, one of your sons just said, and make sure both of the sons just said, make sure Ma, you don't ever feel lonely or isolated, because we're here with you every single day. And I love one of your boys just said, and Ma, you know what? You've got a lot of life here and living. Just remember, when it's time, we're all going to be together. So just enjoy your life now. And that's what they want.
They do call me Ma. That's what they call me, and I call them the boys. So I mean,
I love
I'm actually holding the note from Spirit that you sent me from one of my sons to my daughter.
Oh my God, Annette!
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Oh my God! I certainly didn't remember that. I don't, when I do readings and stuff, I don't remember much of anything, but I love that. I love that you're holding that, and I love doing those notes. So thank you for telling me that. And I certainly will leave you with that, Annette. You have a wonderful night and lots of love to you, okay?
Thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Annette. And we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static, and a big shout out to Jamie McCord, who is listening for the first time. So Jamie, welcome, and hopefully maybe I get to speak to you at some point. So let me go to the next caller. Hello, this is Steven.
Hi, Stephen. How are you tonight?
Hi, who's this?
It's Denise.
Hey Denise, how are you?
Good. You're very
Good.
bubbly tonight. You definitely are.
Aren't I always bubbly?
Or punchy.
Yeah.
Punchy.
Yeah, call me Punchy instead, Denise. Punchy.
Okay.
Okay. So Denise, let's see what's going on here. What are they talking about? There's a lot of your loved ones stepping. What are they talking about? I've never seen this, Denise. So give me a second. I got to figure out where they're going with this. Another caller who's very connected to you. But Denise, let me ask you something, because I got to figure this out. I've never seen this. Did someone connected to you like play or like love football?
Coached.
Someone coached football?
Yeah.
Who did that?
My husband.
But husband is your husband here or crossed?
Crossed.
Wow. Denise, I can't believe he's so cool. And I just said to him, he kind of clapped and applauded me for getting it. He showed me a yard, like, feet in a yard. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with a yard? And I figured it was either someone was did alterations or sewed, or there was football connected. So now I know maybe it's even a double validation, but it's your husband. Denise, I can't tell you how this man is just smiling at you with so much love, and he makes me feel like you feel, and he hasn't told me yet like when he crossed, but that he's here, that he just crossed, that it was that recent, and that's part of I don't know. Oh my God, I'm telling him to slow down. He just said, number one, that you are very connected, get a lot of signs, but with grieving and stuff, sometimes it's very, very difficult. Denise, did you ever think, or did somebody ever do some kind of memorial for somebody? And it doesn't have to be your husband, like letting balloons go or lanterns go or something like that?
No, my husband didn't like that because he said that the birds would choke on the stuff.
Oh my God, that's why he's bringing it up. So in conversation, he just talked about balloons going up, and he said that the birds would choke?
Yeah, he said you can't do that because it'll kill the birds.
First of all, I love your husband, because that is so right, and being an animal advocate. But you know how this works, and the fact that he brought up this such specific, intimate statement or conversation you two had. It's just, your husband just said, I just want my wife to know or feel like I'm still there, and that's what it is. And you must talk to him, because I can hear banter going back and forth, but it's in spirit, like where he is now. So just it's just, I think it's a great validation that he's giving you. And he are you all right? Did he shows me, and I guess it's the best way to do this, he shows me someone walking around a house and looking up at it. So did someone do something like, or is thinking about doing windows, or did windows, or doing painting, or did someone do something like in construction?
My son was walking around the house because he thought he smelled wood burning. He's like, I smell something burning. So he was walking around looking at the chimney.
Was this recent?
Yeah, just the other day.
Oh my God. Wow, Denise, this is crazy, your husband. The fact that he showed me somebody walking around the house and like looking at the house, looking on the roof, looking down. And I cannot believe that he's giving that as a validation, that he just said to me, he was there. He was walking with your son. Your husband just said to me, the only time I leave this house is when she leaves this house. The only time. That's it. He's always with you. But you have 2 kids?
Yes.
Because we talked about your son, but your husband just said there's two of them, So just giving a very nice validation for both of them. And what's the ring connection? Was there conversation or talk about a particular ring?
He gave me a ring a few years ago for Christmas.
I don't know if that's what it is. It sort of feels. Did he wear like a wedding ring?
No, he couldn't because of his line of work. He didn't wear one.
Oh, that's why he's talking about the ring. Because when you just said he gave it to a ring a couple of years ago or so, I looked at him and he was like, He's like, I love that validation. She's making me look really good that I gave her stuff. I gave her jewelry. He's got a very good sense of humor, your husband, by the way. But he said, but that's not it. And he just wanted to bring up something, again, very specific, that because of his line of work, he didn't wear a ring. I mean, I wouldn't have known that. And it's just, again, Denise, for him, it's all about just proving to you that it's him. That's what this is all about. There's also, though, paint or painting. Someone painted or paints, or someone is thinking about painting, or someone just painted. I can smell paint.
I'm not sure what that is.
Well, he just said you do know what it is. It feels like it's a touch up. I know that's really weird, but that's what it feels like. It feels like someone, and I wish I could tell you more time-wise, but, with spirit doesn't have sense of time, so they don't know. They bring things up that happened like 50 years ago as easily as yesterday, or with your case, your son, a couple of days ago. But there's a touch-up somewhere. Somebody, I know what it is. When someone moved... That's what your husband's talking about, in touching up the walls with like something coming off the walls. That's what he's talking
like
about.
Pictures and stuff like that. I see what
Yes. Why is he bringing that up? Do you know?
I don't know.
Denise, you're too funny. Oh yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. But I don't have any idea what he's talking about.
I know what you're saying, because I just took a couple pictures down off the walls actually, because I was moving stuff around, and there's like a patch that isn't red on the wall because there was a hole in it. I bet you that's what it is.
Do you think, Denise? Yes, I love it. I love that you just said that. And I love that he's laughing hysterically. Your husband is just laughing hysterically. And you also, the love that this man also, and I may have said this thing, I don't remember once I say something, but I'll tell you, he just is he hugs you. And when I see spirit handing flowers and roses to someone, it just reflects when they were here as well as where they are in spirit, how much he loves you, Denise, and how much he's with you. And when you took those pictures down, whenever that was, just know that he was standing right next to you, his energy. And he said, tell my Denise to think about that. Just, don't let it close now and like, okay, Stephen gave a great validation, or your husband did, but when we get off the phone, when this is done, just go back to that. Go back to your son walking around the house. Go back to, you taking that picture off, Denise. This is what your husband's telling me to tell you. And envision when it happened, he is standing right next to you. That's what he wants. And he wants to solidify that that he's gone absolutely nowhere and how much he loves you. So I'm going to leave you with
here. Every time I look out the door, there's a cardinal sitting out at the bird feeder constantly.
I love it. And as I mentioned at the beginning, make sure you probably do, but just make sure you always acknowledge that, and you'll just keep getting more. And it sounds like that's what you're doing. So Denise, thank you so much for the call, and you have a great week, and lots of love to you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a nice night, guys.
You too, Denise. Bye-bye. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. I'm just so happy to be back today. So let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
This is Julie?
Julie?
Yes.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Julie's all business. Okay, good. Go, Stephen. Go. All right. So, Julie, let me connect with you and what's going on. Julie, I hear a baby.
Yeah, she just turned 4.
Oh, how darling, Julie. So unlike the other callers so far, I get your energy is more tuned into like what's going on now with me. Like where am I going? Like what's going on? Like that's what I'm feeling. And your loved ones that step forward just kind of bring me down to the psychic level. Julie, does somebody either past or present connected to you? Did people in your family or connected to you play a lot of cards?
More dice than cards.
This is definitely not dice.
We used to play poker.
Oh, there it is. I just keep seeing cards going down, and there's a lot of people here for you, and yet, Julie, another person who's very connected. You are. There's a grandmother figure that steps forward first. Is your mother here?
My mom's here. Yes.
I thought so, but is her mom crossed your grandmother on your mother's side?
Yeah, she is actually.
Yeah, so she's just letting you know that she's stepping forward first, and there's also a very strong father figure. So if Dad's here, then wait, is your father here?
Yeah.
So there's also a grandfather energy stepping forward too, but the grandmother energy is letting you know how she's like sort of like a guardian angel for you. But she just said to me, Julie, how I want to make sure my granddaughter knows how strong we all know she is of what you've been through. Now I know everybody has been through things, right? We all go through different things, but it's your grandmother just said that a period of time of you just being hit with like one thing after another that feels like a dark cloud above you. And your grandmother is just giving a validation to let you know that she's watching. Is there somebody doing something with the car? Or did somebody work on cars, or a mechanic, or sell cars? Why do I am like around all cars?
No,
just make sure. Make sure you just keep it, Julie. There's somebody like it feels like somebody's got a side business that either present or past that someone used to do something like work on cars. It feels like the cars are in my driveway, but it's not like a formal mechanic. So just keep it with you. Who's Brian or Bob? Who's the B name?
Brian is Brian's my mom's boyfriend.
Your mom's friend?
My mom's boyfriend, yes.
Boyfriend.
11 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's retired, but he's a mechanic. Who brought that up?
Well, yeah, I love Julie. Julie's all business. Who did that? Who said that, Stephen? Julie, I love the fact that they're giving that as a validation about your mom and her boyfriend. There's a young male here stepping forward that's been doing all the talking. So a young male means somebody who crossed before their time. It doesn't mean like a young male meaning like it's someone like 6 years old. It could be someone 20, 30, 40, 50, or 6.
An 11-year-old.
What was that?
My 11-year-old son passed away.
Oh my God, Julie! Wow, can you believe that that's your boy who's giving these validations for his grandmother, for you? It's in where? Do you have 2 kids?
Yes, I have 2. One's in heaven, one's right here.
My God, Julie. Wow. So this is just your son giving that as a validation. He said, Stephen, there's two of us. So just know that how much he loves you. And he thank you for the tattoo. Did you do a tattoo?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Did you do a tattoo?
on Valentine's Day last year, my son, not last year, the year before, he passed away on Valentine's Day. And that day, that morning, he wrote me a letter and said, "Happy Valentine's Day, Mom, I love you." And I put it on my leg as a tattoo in his writing.
Oh my God, Julie, this is your boy. This is your son giving that as a validation. How just incredible is this? And he just, again, just said, this is the best mom, Stephen, anybody in the world could have. And that don't let the fire, don't let the white light, Ma, ever dim, because you are special and you're here for a reason, Julie. So, boy, your son has done a great job. So I'm going to leave you with that, Julie. I'm running out of time, but thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, and let me just go to the next caller because I know this person's been waiting. Hi, this is Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Who's this? Or am I going to guess?
It's Dawn.
Dawn. I was going to say, maybe you were going to say, well, you're such a good psychic or medium. Just tell me who I am. So, Dawn.
I was waiting.
I love you, Dawn. All right, so let me hit tune in. It's really weird, Dawn. This is like the Connected show. The little son that the caller before you, Julie, is still with me, even though he's going with his mama. But he just said to me, he just pointed to you and said, Stephen, she's connected. Like, I can see light coming from her. She's connected, and she's also connected with a lot of orbs. So if you ever do a recording, make sure you watch those orbs, Dawn. If you're either recording or wherever you're present, it's pretty wild how connected you are. And there's a lot of angels around you, Dawn. I don't know if you like angels or someone loved angels.
I love angels. I collect them ever since my mom passed.
Oh my God, Dawn, let me just tell you something which is giving me goosebumps through my entire body. The angels wanted to come through pretty much first to let you know that your connection with them is more than just a connection, that when you actually like pray to them or think about them, they're actually listening, and they're with you, and they listen and they help and they guide. And I just heard one, and you've got like, you don't play, because you've got like an archangel. You've got like a high level angel here. I don't know which one it is, but you've got some really high level angels around you. And I love it because it's more important for these angels to make sure you get that your connection is real. Like, so they just show me, I know this may sound a little weird, but not to you probably, but when you're going to bed, Dawn, there's angels all around your bed. They're above you. There's one that's above your head, like that's there every single night. So, I don't know. Do you have an angel in your bedroom?
That's where I have my collection of angels. They're in my bedroom, and it's so strange that you're telling me this, because I see feathers everywhere all the time, and I always assumed that they were just a sign from my mom. I see them all the time.
I love that they brought me, oh my God, how specific that your collection's in your bedroom, and that's where they're showing me, like, I'm telling you, when you're laying in bed, the angels are all this. It's so wild. Some are sitting on the bed, some are behind you, some are like just floating, hovering around you. But of course, your mother just said to me, I could have been the first to step forward because my baby misses me so much, but I needed for her to know that she knows I'm with her all the time with the feathers, but I needed her to know that the angels are real, that she's got a very different, not many people have this, a very different connection with angels, because that's going to help with validations, it's going to help with signs, and it's just going to help my daughter open up even more. So the more she's open, the more I connect and the more signs I give. Oh, Dawn, you're in such a good place. I love it. I love it. In a very minority place, because I think in one hand I can tell you how many people I've read that are this close and connected to angels. It's astounding. I love it, and I wish I could keep going on, but the show's ending. So Dawn, thank you for being my last call. And your mama just said there's no way today I wasn't going to have my daughter get in. So I love
her. Thank you.
Lots of love, Dawn.
Thank you. Lots of love to you too.
Have a good week. So
Thank
this is
you.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dawn. This is the show just flies by, and Punchy Steven loved every second of it. Did you, Elix?
I love every second of Punchy Steven. That's why I've been handling Punchy Steven for almost 28 years.
I don't know how, but tell everybody how people can get in touch with you, if there's something you want to add, if you've got some promotion going on, whatever. Tell people.
All of the above, but if you're listening and if you are not following me on Instagram, you got to follow me at Coach Elix on Instagram, and there's plenty of things that I share every day, and it's an opportunity for you to learn a whole lot of new things. And you can always listen to my show, Get a Grip with Coach Elix, every Friday at 1 p.m.
I love it. And you're also on Facebook.
I'm also on Facebook.
Yes. So check out Instagram and Facebook. It's so easy to find Coach Elix. And I know, because I get to see behind the scenes, that there's some amazing things coming up with you. Not that I've already seen all the amazing things you do for people, but I just love what's sort of in motion right now. So, which is great.
Well, thank you.
And thank Mr. Mock Clock, who is the producer of Through the Static. And Mock has a show right before mine, 3 to 5, Mock's Jukebox. And I believe next week he's doing a Valentine's Day show. So if you're available to listen, make sure you listen, because Mock has a really, really great show. He seriously does. He puts, I don't know how much time and effort he puts in it. It sounds like or feels like it's a lot, because he just comes up with these things and talks about, like today, an artist, Mrs. Miller, who I've never heard of, and I looked her up, which was so cool. So thank you, Mark. I'm glad you're healthy. And me, I'm just Punchy Steven the Medium. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and sort of all over the place. And there's just a lot of things coming up too. So check out my website too, StevenTheMedium.com. With that said, we're done for Wednesday. We'll be back next week. So everybody have a great night and lots of love, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.